What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. It's your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out. Before I get going on our video, smash my like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget that I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And we're also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's go ahead and get it popping and get into our video. And today, we got to talk about Canelo Alvarez and the protection that the industry of boxing, whether it be the fans, the journalists, the sanctioning bodies, bro. Why is everybody on this Protect Canelo Alvarez campaign? And this is the shit that I be talking about. Like, me, I want to see David Benavidez versus Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez versus David Morrell Jr. I want to see Andrade get in the mix and fight Charlo and fight Benavidez and fight Morrell, because these are all great fights. And these are all top level best fighting the best. Shout out to BFTB, my brother, that's his name, you know what I mean? But these are best fighting the best types of fights, bro. So any great fight, any fight where it's two top guys fighting, bro, I'm always gonna be for that shit. And that's where it stops. But this notion that people have, specifically Canelo Alvarez fans, specifically Gilberto Mendoza in this instance, where guys gotta fight to earn the right to fight Canelo, it just exudes protection. It exudes like, let's protect Canelo at all costs. It's the same shit that you'll hear some Canelo Alvarez, because you gotta say some, because I know some Canelo Alvarez fans is like, yo, the only fight is Canelo versus David Benavidez after he get done with John Ryder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do hear some saying that, but some of them are like, yo, they gotta fight each other. Canelo's busy, fight each other. Canelo's busy, bro. Fight each other. They should just fight each other. And that's the shit that I can't rock with. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about this tweet from Gilberto Mendoza where he says, today's wish, Benavidez Morrell winner versus Canelo. All organizations working together. And then Michael Benson tweeted that WBA President Gilberto Mendoza has announced that the WBA are following the WBO by considering not sanctioning any world title. Oh no, that ain't it. That ain't it, bro. That was something else. Hold on. There we go. WBA President Gilberto Mendoza suggested that WBC mandatory challenger David Benavidez should face WBA mandatory challenger David Morrell, with the winner of that fight challenging Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed title. Number one, I'm gonna take a look right here, and this is the issue that I be having, bro, with this whole Canelo protection plan, right? Number one, since David Benavidez is the WBC interim champion right now, David Benavidez is not even in the WBA ranking systems at super middleweight. So if you Gilberto Mendoza, right off the bat, why you talking about somebody that ain't even in your sanctioning body paying you sanctioning fees? He's a secondary belt holder in the WBC organization. So why you speaking on him? Why you even talking on somebody that ain't even in your top 15 rankings, bro? As somebody that could challenge for Canelo. That's one thing. The other thing is why I have an issue with this. David Benavidez is the same as David Morrell Jr. and is the same as John Ryder. They all mandatories right now for Canelo. Canelo is fighting John Ryder in the mandatory defense. How come no one was saying that John Ryder and David Benavidez need to fight each other to get a shot at Canelo? This be the problem, bro. This be my issue with these damn sanctioning bodies or these fans that talk like this, bro. How come ain't nobody calling for David Benavidez versus John Ryder or David Morrell versus John Ryder? How come John Ryder wasn't told after winning his mandatory position against a lesser opponent in Zach Parker? David Benavidez just beat a former champion that gave Canelo himself a pretty tough fight until Canelo stopped him. But I had Canelo winning that fight. Caleb Plant gas tank always fails. But no one told John Ryder after Zach Parker basically just gave up because he said he hurt his hand. Nobody told John Parker, that was a cool win, but you need to fight David Benavidez and then the winner fight Canelo. Nobody said that shit. Everybody was cool with it, riding with it, had no issues with it, man. But when it's David Benavidez and it's David Morrell Jr., they need to fight each other. Hell, David Morrell Jr. won his regular belt a couple of fights ago, and he defended it. John Ryder ain't defending his damn status as mandatory, but David Benavidez and David Morrell have. They both have, bro. So they done already kind of solidified themselves, defended their status as his mandatory and shit. Meanwhile, John Ryder, him and Zach Parker fight for that little mandatory spot, and then he get the shot immediately. But then if somebody tell you, yo, man, Canelo avoiding David Benavidez. Yo, man, they trying to protect Canelo from David Benavidez. Y'all look at people like they crazy. Forgetting the fact that Dimitri Bivol did turn out to be a tough fight. Shit, he put hands on Canelo Alvarez. But no one wants to talk about the fact that Canelo Alvarez was offered more money to fight David Benavidez than Dimitri Bivol and Triple G. He went and took a fight with Triple G for a third time, a fighter that he said he would never fight. And he did a cherry pick gone wrong, in my opinion, of Dimitri Bivol, all for the sake of not having to fight David Benavidez for more money. But nobody wants to talk about that shit. And now we got this shit from Gilberto Mendoza, where he openly running deflection for Canelo Alvarez. So much so, in fact, he making suggestions and making fights and trying to talk about what fights need to happen to get Canelo. And one of the fighters he talking about ain't even in his sanctioning body, bro. You know how crazy that shit is? You want to deflect for Canelo so bad, bro. You wanna cap for him so much that you willing to bring up a fighter. You willing to bring up a fighter that ain't even in your sanctioning body to try to take up for him, bro. Your job as a sanctioning body president, if you Gilberto Mendoza, is you mandate the fights, bro. If somebody number one in your sanctioning body, you want them to fight the champion. You basically telling, and this go back to my point I try to make to y'all, bro. Y'all gonna learn though, man. Them belts don't mean shit, bro. This man basically telling you, David Morrell Jr., that regular WBA title that you got, fam. That regular WBA title that you got, that don't mean shit. Cause see, we ordering the regular WBA champion to fight the Super WBA champion in these other weight classes. We ordering that shit because, it's part of our belt reduction program. But for Canelo, we ain't ordering that shit for you. Look, homie, you gotta, you know what I'm talking about? You gotta fight another secondary belt holder from another sanctioning body, and then that person deserves the winner. The own sanctioning body that Dave Morrell fight in, bro, ain't even riding for him. That belt don't mean shit because it's always the money. And that's why we put such an emphasis on this channel on who you fight. Because of bullshit like this in the game, bro, and I'm going to keep pointing out to y'all how many times that we have to come have these conversations where somebody's mandatory status, somebody's secondary belt and what it's supposed to mean, somebody's main primary belt and what it's supposed to mean. We can point to so many instances in boxing where they don't serve the purpose that they're supposed to serve. Someone like Canelo Alvarez can call himself a champion, and he is the only champion at 168 pounds, but he's not forced to behave like one. He still gets to pick and choose. The WBC ain't forcing him to fight David Benavidez, bro, or stripping him. The WBA ain't about to force him to fight David Morrell Jr. or stripping him. So his belts as champion don't mean what they supposed to mean. Champion's supposed to defend against their number one contenders. He ain't forced to do that. He gets to pick the number one contender that he wants. Every single time, bro. The same sanctioning bodies that allowed what's that dude name, bro? The one that lost, that was coming off a loss and got to be his mandatory after he beat Callum Smith. Yildirim. They allowed him to fight Yildirim, bro. as a WBC mandatory. They didn't ask Yildirim to fight another mandatory. They didn't say, hey, Yildirim, you need to fight this other mandatory from a whole nother sanctioning body before you get a shot at Canelo. And this is why people such as myself, bro, when we tell y'all they be picking and choosing and Canelo be avoiding dudes, it's because the rules be different depending upon the perceived level of a fighter, bro. If your ass old like Triple G, then shit, mandatories and trilogies and all that shit matter. If your ass done already lost 5 times, like John Ryder, and lost a close decision to somebody that Canelo already put hands on, and Callum Smith, John Ryder, you the mandatory? Yeah, man, Canelo got to fight his mandatory. But if your ass is an undefeated monster putting hands on people, like David Benavidez and lumping up Caleb Plant and sending him to the hospital, if your ass is David Morrell Jr., boxer, puncher, versatile, big, strong, athletic, sending Idos, the #1 guy in the WBA, sending his ass to the hospital, if you doing shit like that, and you a mandatory for Canelo Alvarez, oh shit, y'all need to fight each other, bro. Oh shit, we need y'all to fight each other, and then the winner get Canelo. The play is very clear, bro. Some just want them to knock each other out. And I ain't saying that I don't want to see that fight. I'm very clear, bro. I want them to fight next. Just because I want them to fight because it's a great fight. And my boxing fandom ain't predicated around Canelo Alvarez like a lot of people that. You got a lot of people that just want to see him lose. You got a lot of people that just want him to be able to continue to move how he want to move and get some wins so they can call him the best and shit without actually fighting the top dudes that we want to see him fight. Me, I just want the best fights possible. But it's sickening. It's sickening and it's horrible for the sport when you got these damn sanctioning body presidents want to cap for Canelo so bad, bro, and want to protect him so bad. They trying to match make and all kind of shit just to keep people from hopping on Canelo ass, bro, and beating his ass, man. Come on, dog. Cut this shit out, man. David Benavidez and David Morrell Jr. should fight each other because it's a great fucking fight. And they on the same side of the street. And it's 2 of the best fighters in the 168-pound division getting it popping. That's why they should fight each other. They should not have to fight each other to get a shot at Canelo Alvarez, bro. They've already earned that shot by way of being the WBC interim champion if your name is David Benavidez, and being the WBA regular champion if your name is David Morrell Jr. And if you a sanctioning body like the WBA and Gilberto Mendoza, the president, or Mauricio Suleiman, the president of WBC, you should be pushing for your main primary belt holder to fight your secondary belt holder and unify them titles. Or else, like I told y'all, the belts don't mean shit. The belt David Benavidez got don't mean shit. The belt that David Morrell Jr. got don't mean shit. And the belts that Canelo Alvarez got don't mean shit. Because Canelo ain't being forced to fight no motherfucking body as a mandatory. He fight who he want. And the people that are the mandatories for Canelo Alvarez, they ain't guaranteed a shot at his ass, even though they don't work themselves into a mandatory position. That's why these belts don't mean shit, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment down below, smash the like, sub to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter, KO Boxing 86 TV. Appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.